All right, let's see. Does everyone sort of hear me here? Give me a little bit of a, let's see here. We can look in the, where's our next? Our participants here. And we have a Q&A. So we're just about ready to get everything started. Today's a little bit of a different format than we normally have. I'm gonna see here a couple minutes. All right, let's see, 1 second. All right. Okay, it is 6 o'clock here. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started. Let me see what I got. Let's see. Oh, there's a chat. Where's that? There we go. There's my chat box right there I found. All right. You're not using headphones. What settings should be using audio? Oh, good Lord. You're asking me all kinds of technical questions like what you use for audio. I can tell you there is a section inside the Zoom mechanism here that says, what do you want to use for audio? It's a drop down there. You just got to kind of dig through it here. So, all right, guys, so welcome everybody. This is a little bit different format than we're used to. And I always said I could stand in front of the Cleveland Stadium and talk to everybody and wouldn't be nervous, but put me in front of a bunch of technology and I will second guess myself quite a few times to what works and what doesn't work, because goodness gracious, this stuff is like crazy the way we're doing all this stuff these days. So tonight, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to do a presentation here instead of having the normal Brady Bunch look where we're all hanging out and talking to one another and unmuting ourselves and everything, because I want to make sure that tonight we connected everybody with the right people and gave everybody their fair amount of time. And this would have probably, at least in my crazy mind, work better than doing it the other way. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Let me see if I can get this working here. Oh, how do I get this stuff? I think I do this here. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Look how I can use PowerPoint and everything else here. So here's what we are. Greater Cleveland RIA exists for networking and educational purposes. When you meet or make a connection through our on or offline networking event, it is your responsibility to do your own due diligence and make your own informed decisions on doing or not doing business with any individual or company. Although you may get advice in our group from one of our many experienced members, vendors, or folks in the leadership team, please seek your own paid professional counsel to verify any information picked up during one of our events. So in other words, just take responsibility for your own actions and decisions. And I want to put that out there because tonight is a liability meeting. We are connecting all the people on this call with contractors that we've used in the past and people that are members of our group. And inherently things go wrong in construction. That's just how it works, unfortunately. I would love to say everything works perfect all the time, but it doesn't always work. There's things that just fall apart. So hopefully you have a great experience with everybody on here, but do your own due diligence. All right, so all about this connection with contractors. So here's what you can expect tonight. We're going to be going through a list of contractors and what they specialize in, what they do the best. Now, many of these folks I've personally had interaction with, so I can vouch for. Some I have not, but many of them I have. And not everyone specializes in everything, so we're going to get a chance to see exactly what they're great at. And they're going to have a chance when we put the screen up for them to go ahead and talk about their product or their service. Now, for all you attendees on this call, there's a Q&A box, and someone can start by asking questions just to kind of prime the box to make sure it works well here. And what we can do then is we're going to try to get your question answered while that person is here on the screen. I don't want to try going back and forth and everything else and going back 3 contractors earlier to answer a question. So try to get it popped up right then. If someone can, oh, there we go. Yes, we're there. And look at that. Yep. So what we will do is, instead of trying to ring them on there, we will just go ahead and thank you, Bernie, for being a team player there. what we will do is then we will go ahead and answer them live. And we're going to keep it all less than an hour as normal. Don't want to keep you here all night. And the cool thing is, if you miss anything, you can go onto our Facebook page. It's Cleveland, Ohio Real Estate Core. And if you want to write down that cool URL, that'll help you too. But we do have a Facebook page. It is growing, and there's a lot of cool people putting their properties up on there. You can put all your off-market properties. I would not suggest putting addresses on there because they'll get swiped and advertised all over the web. But you can at least put it up there with your phone number and go from there. It looks like we are having a few people having a hard time joining the webinar. If someone has a it says the meeting ID is invalid. I'm not real sure why, but I'm going to go ahead and tell a couple of these people here. And hopefully that works. And if it doesn't, then we're going to have some people missing tonight, but that will suck, but we'll do what we can here. So, okay. Let's go ahead and let's get started here. First person we are going to bring up, Preferred Security. Now, Preferred Security, pretty cool company. And if you're on there, Preferred Security, what I want you to do is I want you to raise your hand. And this is where I'm going to have the, I'm going to let people unmute themselves. I'll let them unmute themselves. So Preferred Security, you can unmute yourself and you can go ahead and jump in there if you're able to, or you can raise your hand. And, oh, there we go. Let's see here. Oh, you see there. Independence chapter. I think this is it. A lot of talk. Okay. Do we have the Preferred Security on here?
Yep, that's Joan.
Oh, Joan, you are so cool. You're the first person to make me look like I'm a technological genius. So, all right. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit what makes you different than all these other security companies out there? And I could personally vouch for her before she even starts. I can say that I'm involved in a property. And actually one of the members in the group that is probably on here tonight, and the alarm went off at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we had a prior break-in on this house, and I was too cheap to get it the first time, and it cost me a furnace and a water tank. Second time, worked like a charm. Everything was great, scared them away, and we preserved everything. So there's your little plug. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself in the next couple minutes here.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rob. Welcome, everybody. I'm Joan Moran, owner of Preferred Security. We offer permanent security for businesses, homes, as well as commercial properties. What we love to do with RIA is our niche marketplace is portable security systems. So the portable security systems allows you to secure your house while you're renovating, once the mechanicals go in, so you can leave tools in the house while you're renovating, and once it's done, while you're waiting to rent or sell the house. What happens is we come and we place the portable security system for you, and it's activated to the central station monitoring. When there's a break-in, it will dispatch the authorities first, if you like it that way, and then it can contact you. We tailor and set it up to your needs. There's no long-term contracts. So you can go month to month, and we can move it from one property to another for you if you'd like, or you could just take it for 3 months and give it back to us. We have customers who have one portable security system. We have customers who have 75 portable security systems. They'll also help let you know if your contractors are coming and going on time. We now have an option with alarm.com where you can turn the system on and off from your phone. So that pretty much covers us in a nutshell. We are here on this page. We do work with the RIA members who are fantastic. And my number, if you'd like to call or text me, is 440-821-1037. That's 440-821-1037. And my email is jm.preferred, P-R-E-F-E-R-R-E-D, the numeral 1 @gmail.com. If anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them, or you can feel free to contact me personally. Is that pretty much covered?
That is awesome, Joan. Thank you so much. And you also do security systems for people's primary residence or their longer term needs, or are you just portable?
We do the primary term needs, which I said at the beginning, so we can go ahead and do it for the house that you're living in right now, your existing home or your existing business. And we also do surveillance cameras for people. And we were just training today on the temperature, the way the world is changing. There's going to be some temperature cameras. So when you go into a building, apartment building, doctor's office, dental office, some of them will be able to scan your face and see if you have a temperature or not. And that will work with active control systems. So it's pretty wild, actually. We were training on it today.
That's perfect. We can put those when we go back live with the RIA meetings. We'll put that in the front.
That's right.
We'll hang your banner across there. How's that?
That sounds great.
Awesome, Joan. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Sarah. All right, next on deck, who we have here, we have J-Dog. So J-Dog Hauling, do we have J-Dog here that you can raise your hand and I can allow you in, or you can just unmute yourself? Maybe this is who you are. Let me see. Is this J-Dog here? No, don't think. No? Perhaps. No? Is this J-Dog or no? Nope, I don't think so. That's not J-Dog. So disabled talking there. Someone raised their hand and didn't have it. So, all right. Let's see here. Independent chapter, talking permitted. Kelly Barnes, let's see here. All right, Kelly, we have you there?
Yep, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, so go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Look at that, Rob. You are a technological genius. Figured it out.
Yes. So good.
Right,
I'm going to actually
guys.
create a vaccine for all of this now because I understand computers.
That's it. That's it. Right. You're the man. J-Dog, you guys know what we do. We haul the junk. So as a matter of fact, we're doing a job for a RIA member tomorrow. He bought a cute little 2-bedroom condo, but it's just full of the last owner's property. We're going in, cleaning it out, ripping out the carpet, get him moving forward on a flip faster. And we're the ideal option in this case because he can't get a dumpster in there. So, you know, sometimes you're willing to do it yourself, but logistically, you cannot fit a dumpster into the area. And then you can call us, we'll hoof it out for you.
Very cool. Very cool. And do you ever leave anything there for roofers and so forth? If people are doing tear-offs? We
are starting to roll out a program for that, yes. We're doing a dump trailer drop-off this weekend for a roofer to rip off the shingles. And he's choosing our dump trailers over his traditional dumpster service because it's got a brand new driveway. He does not want to risk damaging that driveway.
Very true. So true on that. So, all right, Kelly, do you want to give your contact information, best way to reach you for calling and texting, or how do you want them to get a hold of you?
You can call us or text us at 330-242-3069.
Awesome. Thanks so much. There is J-Dog, and you can mute yourself again, I believe. I'll mute you. All right. Oh, look at this. This is going great. Next, we have Roy Kime. I don't know if we have Roy on the call or not. A lot of times Roy doesn't come to these meetings. Roy is also a great cleanup guy. I might have to talk for him. And ironically, the funny thing is I've known Roy for 15 years. I knew, him way before he got in this business. And I never knew the name of his company. It was Morningstar Property Cleanup. I had no idea. He was just always Roy, the cleanup guy. But does a lot of the same stuff. He'll do the a lot of stuff that J-Dog does. Both of them are extremely busy all the time, and I'm sure whatever J-Dog doesn't get, he gets, and whatever he doesn't get, she gets. So they're both pretty great people. And Roy, if you're on here, you can raise your hand, and if you're not, then I'll just go ahead and keep on moving forward. But you can reach Roy. You can call or text him at 330-410-8304. That's 330-410-8304. And I'm going to go ahead and speak for him that he is not available tomorrow because actually that picture of that pile that is sitting there is waiting on him on one job we're on. And plus I have a second job for him to clean up tomorrow. So J-Dog, you might be getting one of those. You might be getting one of those there. So there's a couple for Roy. Next, we are going to move on here to MFS Supply. Do we have MFS Supply in here? They are not a contractor, but they are a contract supply house. That they are absolutely amazing. We'll bring them on right here. Mr. Rowe, you on there, sir?
How you doing, Rob? Yes, sir.
All right. So MFS Supply, we actually just went there today and bought a bunch of lock sets, a bunch of deadbolts and doorknobs. So what else you have going over there?
So Rob, if anybody needs any PPE products, we have, right now we're carrying masks. We got disinfectant wipes, gloves, full body suits, face masks, glasses, hand sanitizer. We're also trying to, just a little plug for Rob, we're trying to bring on his wife's sanitizer as well. So hopefully that'll go through. But if you need sanitizer, you know, MFS and Rob, we both have it.
Oh, thanks, man. Nice plug there. Yeah, MFS is a great company to deal with. They're kind of like the little secret squirrels in the back of the room there that not everybody uses, but you guys carry cabinetry. You carry the PPE is personal protective equipment. Also, what's going on right now. Do you have some flooring and stuff as well, or do you not?
We do. And the other thing, Rob, is I think you know this about me, is I'm definitely willing, even during coronavirus, I can still come out and do cabinet measures for people. I just wear a mask and I social distance and all that. So if anybody needs a cabinet measure, I'm happy to get them a layout and get them an estimate.
Awesome.
Yeah, and as you know, Rob, we have the appliances, plumbing, lighting, HVAC. We're very competitive, and I always give special deals to anybody that's a RIA member.
Awesome. And you guys also have a do you have appliances as well, like used appliances?
We do, yeah. So sometimes we get you know, scratch and dent, and you know, they're really not that bad. It could be like a little nick on the back of it, or it could be out of the box. So I try, and anybody that's working with me, I try and help them with those. But if we can't find something like that, then we always go to the new appliances, which I still will get them a good RIA deal.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And you know what's funny? I mean, I've known you for years. I've known the MFS forever. And I saw in actually our chat, someone talk about these appliances, and I was almost reluctant to even ask. I was like, well, that's something that's not even correct. Why am I going to say that? And you sell appliances. That's nuts. That's amazing. And you do have some cabinets in stock as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
If somebody needs the Pro White, the white finish is very popular, as everybody knows. And it's nice because we have wood cabinets versus the MDF. So they really do hold up, but we sell them at the MDF price point. So really can give you a good product and really help protect your brand, make your property look better. I'd love to help anybody. If they want to talk to me, I'd love to help them.
And here's your $1 million question. If you have cabinetry from you, and let's say, I have no idea why tenants do this, but everyone has to relate. They take drawers with them when they move. Like, you'll go to your kitchen, and like, you didn't just take the silverware out of your drawer, you took my drawer with you. So Can I get replacement pieces for some of these?
You know, you believe it or unfortunately you cannot. We do refacing though.
Okay.
So you can that's another way you can save if you want to go that route. But honestly, Rob, I mean, the price point is so reasonable that I can really get people down and dirty, especially the RIA members.
Awesome. I know I can tell you that anyone that buys lock boxes, when you go into the big box stores, I mean, you'll pay $35 for a lock box. I think I'm either paying $9 or $11 with you guys, or it's right around $100 for 10 of them.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something that, you know, anybody that's, you know, knows you or is part of RIA, again, we're going to give them a deal. As long as they say Rob or they say RIA, they're going to get it.
Appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah. So we have those. I bought some locks today, deadbolts and the doorknobs all matching. So so the same key will work for any of them. If you're doing a lot of different rehabs on there, and get them all keyed alike, so you don't have to carry a big ring of keys and look like a janitor. So it's kind of cool. So, all right, guys, give me your number out real quick. Best way to contact you, either your cell or the office, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, guys, contact me on my cell at 440-596-1801. And I'd be happy to help you. Thanks a lot, Rob.
All right, thanks, sir. You have a good one. Stay safe out there.
You too.
All right, thanks. If you just mute yourself back up there. And then next we have on here is we have the Professional Eye Home Inspection Service. So we get a raised hand on here for there we go. Is it Matt here? You there, Matt?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
excellent.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, Matt. Matt's one of our newer gold members, and we're going to talk all about his home inspection service, I guess, for if you're either selling a house or a pre-inspection before you buy, right?
Correct. Pre-inspection before you sell or for purchasing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm a new member here. I really believe in what you guys are doing. I'm also a property investor, but my main work is property inspection. I've got over 20 years experience in the inspection industry, and my background is residential and commercial construction. Most inspections take about 2 to 3 hours and range in price from $300 to $500 based on the size of the house. I've done a lot of inspections for investors in the past, and most recently is a week from Saturday, somebody purchased a house in Independence.
Awesome. Awesome. So when you're doing inspections, if you're doing the commercial inspection, are you good with going through and doing all the mechanicals and everything in this stuff?
Yeah,
Or do you use...
I can do the mechanicals, the roof, HVAC systems. I've had a lot of training over the years.
Oh my gosh. How many years have you been doing this?
Over 20 years.
Oh, okay. So a new guy.
So I also inspect, I'm certified with HUD to inspect apartment buildings and housing projects and things like that as well. But that work has kind of slid away right now for coronavirus.
Yeah, I imagine so. You're still out there doing it all during the coronavirus, right?
Yeah, I just wear a mask and gloves.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, go ahead and give your best contact information out there for everyone to get a hold of you.
The best way to reach me is my cell phone. It's 216-299-1375. And you can reach me from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night.
All right. 8 to 8. Perfect. All right. Hey, thanks and welcome to the group. We look forward to actually meeting you in person.
I look forward to it as well. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks for being on. Oh, man. Look who we have here. We have everyone's favorite professor. We have Mike Dennis on here. I mean, maybe some of you didn't know this, but Mike Dennis is not only the professor for our RIA University, but he also is the creator and the owner of Service Sold. And Service Sold is a very unique product, unlike anything else. And Mike, if you're here, you can throw your hand up here. That'd be amazing because I'd love to have you come on here and tell all about it. But Mike's been around for quite a while doing this, and it's a great service, and it's a way that kind of all encompasses everything on getting contractors and actually putting things out to bid. Let me see if I can get Mike, you on here anywhere? Let's see if I can find you here. Mike? No, I don't see you. Let's see. Maybe you left us. Mike Dennis probably left. Okay. Well, he might not be on here. He could be teaching a virtual class somewhere, or maybe he's a lone ranger at a college somewhere telling. But I will tell you that this is a great service that he has put on here. Service Sold is it's a bidding service. So what happens is if you went in there and you were to measure, let's just say, whatever, your house for hardwood flooring, if that works out. If you're trying to measure your house for hardwood flooring, and let's say you have a 20 by 20 room and a 10 by 20 room, you take a few pictures of it from a few angles, and then you put how many square feet it is there, and then you figure out what your materials are going to be at one of the supply houses, and then you might say, okay, I'm willing to pay $2,000 to have this labor done on here. So that will go out to his contractors. So someone might say, I'll do this for $2,000, and someone else will say, well, I'll do it for $1,900. Well, I'll do it for $1,800. I'll do it for $1,700. So it's a reverse bidding process is what happens. And by doing that, you get choices on whomever you'd like to take. And the cool thing is you don't have to necessarily take the cheapest one or the most expensive one. You can vet them out and look at them and see who you like, who you don't like, who works for you, who doesn't work for you. And then you get to put reviews. And by putting reviews, you can see it's kind of like, you know, the way everything is with Yelp and everything else these days, you get to see who they did right and who they did wrong. So what's great is, you know, they're not going to leave you in the middle of the job and screw things up because there's going to be a review. So even all of the contractors on here tonight, I can encourage you to get on of being a part of Service Sold, because it's really a great way to drum up work and keep yourself working, especially during downtimes. And I still don't see Mike on here, so we're going to move on. Hopefully we have this next one here. We have MDG Flooring on here. MDG Flooring, great flooring company located here in Medina. And these are truly the guys that are not just a tool belt in the truck, but they have a big operation with a big showroom with more choices than you can shake a stick at. Steve may be on here. I'm not sure if Steve is on here. I'll take a look and see if he popped on for any reason. So some people had a hard time getting on tonight. Oh, couldn't get him on there. I don't see him. So he may not be on here. But they're located right here in Medina, but they do all of Northeast Ohio. We're doing a house out in the far end of Lorraine right now. We've done stuff up in Cleveland with them, down here in Medina with them. And what's great is that literally they have pricing that is comparable to any of the discount shops, but you can also go high end and get better stuff. And the choices are crazy. The amounts between the carpet, the padding, all the ceramic tiles, the solid surface floors, the waterproof stuff. Even in my own house, we went through and wanted like a big plank that looked like wood, but that was waterproof because we have a pool and pets and kids and everything else, and carpet would just get destroyed so quickly. And these guys came in like rock stars and not only gave us a great product, found the exact color combination we wanted, and also got it all installed. They have all the professional installers out there. So really, really amazing guys. Cannot say enough about them. They are a new member to the group. They just signed in here recently. Fantastic guys, and you can get a hold of them. Their office contact information is 330-304-7786. That's 330-304-7786. I know that all the big box stores are doing the, buy carpet and pay for one room and get the rest installed for free, or however that works. There's all these different programs. But I can tell you, dollar for dollar, right there with them, with no drama. And that's the biggest thing that I love, is no drama, because the last thing you want, I literally had a carpet guy in the past, and I still like the carpet guy. He's a decent human being. But he called me screaming, saying, you better get down here because you said these floors were swept and they weren't swept. Well, my drywall crew, then they all said they swept up and it was done and fine. And it looked fine in the pictures, but I guess it wasn't swept enough to his liking. And he was going to walk off the job and not do the carpet. And I had a move-in coming. So literally I had to go get another contractor to go over there and sweep the floors, which literally took 5 minutes to sweep up. But this guy created so much drama and so much strife that day. I can't tell you if I remember his telephone number anymore. And I used him quite a bit up to that day, but I was over. And I've never had that kind of stuff at MDG. These guys are great. I see old Bernie Serino on here. He's giving a shout out too, because he's out here in the Medina area with me. Great guys over there. All right, moving on. All right. We have a large general contractor on here. Here's another guy we've done tons of stuff together, and I never knew the name of his company was Fade. And his name is Norman, but I always just called him Ace. Some of you use him, some of you haven't. Some of you might know him. He's new to getting in the group here, but he's done some jobs for us, large and small. And the cool thing about Ace is if there's ever a problem, he's the guy that always will come back and get the stuff done. So I'm not sure if he is on here or not. No, I don't see him on there or not. Let's see. Nope, I don't see him in there, but I can give you a shout out for this guy. This guy here, he definitely, he's more of the large job guy. He's not the guy that you want to call to do something really small for you, to just come in and paint walls or anything else. But he's good if you give him a full large job and you chunk it all down and you say, I need, like, if you look at, these are actual pictures that he's done. If you look over here, this was a 2-car garage and turned it into a living room and built the fireplace. Like Ace himself, we call him Ace, we call him. He built this fireplace right here. He built all the ledge and everything on it, built all the walls, put the flooring. He didn't put actually MDG did that flooring. So there's I should put that in MDG picture. So MDG did the flooring. That's that same garage right there, turned it into that and brought it back and connected everything. So really great guy, did a good job for us. And you can reach Norman Robertson at 216-276-1830. That's 216-276-1830. And I just call him Ace. So you can just try that. Next guy here that we have is Ty Parker from Parker Concrete and Construction. If Ty is on here, he may or may not be. See, a lot of these contractors, these guys, they're not real techie guys. They are seriously, if it's not raining out, they are out working and getting stuff done, and they're not horsing around here on a call. They're trying to get through stuff. So if we have Ty on the call, we can bring him on. Otherwise, I can shout out for him and tell you everything, which I don't see him on here, but I'm going to check real fast. Ty. No, I do not have a Ty in there. So we tried that. So, all right, let's tell you about Ty here. As far as concrete, this guy can handle some big, crazy jobs. There is no doubt about that. He has gone through, that was an asphalt job that he turned into concrete right there. But he has all of his own equipment. He brings in some of the best concrete finishers, can do everything from stamped concrete to huge parking lots. He just does it all right, because concrete is one of those things that if you let it get away from you, you'd better know what you're doing. It's not like drywalling, it's not like painting or something that people can show up and have a little bit of the 40-ounce flu going on and things don't work out okay. When those trucks start lining up down the street, if anyone's ever done a big concrete job, and you see all the concrete trucks lining up to drop the pour of concrete for patios or for driveways, you'd better have some people there that know what the heck they're doing, or you're going to have a complete mess in your hands, because the drivers do not care what they drop. And that's one thing I like about Ty. He can do just about everything that's real hard with the concrete and the block work and tuck pointing and all that stuff. But concrete's really his specialty. And that's the great thing about the guy. I never have to worry about him if I put him on a job. I have to think about if he's there, if he's showing up, if he's getting it done right, cleaning up his mess, has all the skid steers and everything to haul it away. And I'm not sure we could go back to a J-Dog, or J-Dog or Roy. I know both of them. I don't know if they haul for him or not. I see, oh, Kelly McIntyre, that's right. See, yeah, Parker did some concrete for him and did a great job. There's a few people on here that have had some good testimonials on there. It looks like Steve. Yes, Steve with MDG, great guy. See, you'll see a lot. If you guys look in the comments, you'll see that people on here have been used. I mean, I wouldn't put people on here if I didn't feel pretty good about them. But like I said, vet them yourself. Make sure that they do a good job for you, because although one might do a good job for me, they might not work out well for you. They might have an off day. You might butt heads. Or it could be a problem. I'm full disclosure, that happens. I always tell people, if I throw you a bone, I don't want to know how it tastes. So, yeah, Ty is very good at all this stuff. Very good at just taking care of business and getting things done here. So if you want to reach Ty, you can call or text him at 330-321-9816. That's 330-321-9816. He's out of Doylestown, but he works everywhere. He's done stuff up in Euclid Forest, done things over in Medina, done things up in Cleveland. Just a good dude. Always did a great job for us. All right, we're going to move on here. One of our last ones here, and the tough stuff here. And then we're going to dive into some questions and people raising their hands and so forth, because I'm sure there's going to be some questions, some testimonials I'm going to read through and try to get through some of this stuff and then get us out of here to enjoy this nice night as we're getting close to getting out of lockdown. So this guy right here, this is Triple D LLC. All these guys have these names I don't even pay attention to so much. This is Donnie Campbell. Donnie Campbell, I've known this guy for 25 years. He is just a good dude. He really is. He takes care of business. And this is a job that we were on. This is, we actually might have the owner of this house. This is a house that I'd owned and I'd sold. And we put a foundation under it. I mean, it was one of those big, hairy, scary jobs. And I'm almost reluctant to even give this guy out because he's one of the ones that can help allow you to go in and bid on these houses that you would have never been able to bid on before. Because I love going after bad foundation houses because that eliminates all the paint and carpet people. This is really where the rubber hits the road. If you can jack up a house, like you see in the picture here, this thing's sitting up on 4x4s. The whole house is sitting up there while you put a new foundation on. This basement, when we were buying this house, 3 of the basement walls were caving in, and there was probably 2 feet of water in the basement. Complete disaster. I mean, there's no one that's going to bid in on this thing because it's almost impossible to put this back together unless you have a Don Campbell. So what's great about Donnie is what he does. He got all this stuff. Not only he shows up, but he's got all the brickies that come with him. Again, no drama, gets it all done, has all the trucks to haul the gravel in, haul the dirt away, has the mini excavators to dig it all out. And then the best part is knows how to waterproof it and keeping all of that water away from your house, because after you do all this work, you don't want all that pouring right back into your basement that you just finished. So the waterproofing is a big thing. So you don't necessarily have to just use Donnie for doing the walls, but he can also do the waterproofing. And I'm not throwing off on any of the big companies out there like Ohio State or anything like that, but we're a bunch of investors, man. It has to be affordable. And you know, these guys, you want all these folks on this webinar to make a fair wage. You all want them to make money because we're all making money. Well, we should be making money in these deals. So we can't beat them to death on this stuff, but they understand the value of working with contractors. They might, working with investors, because they might be giving us a little bit better price on everything. But at the same time, I promise you, we are a lot less drama for them to deal with than a homeowner would be. For Don to dig up this house and jack it up and put basement walls on it on a vacant property, it's not a big deal. If he's dropping his cigarettes in the yard or anything else, or he parks his truck in the front yard, it doesn't matter because it's a rehab project. It's like new construction. So that's how they can bring the prices down. Now, the other good thing about Don, you can use Don or you can use Ty on this other stuff. Let me put my other headphone in here because it sounds like it's dinging out a little bit on me. Is underground work. What I mean by underground work is if you're bringing in the water lines, the sewer lines, the gas lines, all the things that's coming in under the dirt. That's the important stuff for you to know how to do, because that can get real expensive, especially if you're ever looking at, especially in a Cleveland yard, you'll see this. When you're looking at the tree lawn, if that darn tree lawn has a massive tree that's 3 feet around, you can almost bet there's a bunch of roots that are in that sewer line that'll clog it. So as a landlord, if you own that property, you can continue to snake it or laser it or anything else or water jet it all out, but the roots are always going to get back in there, especially if it's got clay tile and stuff. So what Donnie's good at is digging that out, putting PVC in, tying it all in, or if you have a broken water line coming in from the street, because the water department stops it at their end and makes you tie it in with yours, puts water lines in, all the tough stuff. The things that most people can't do is what they're pretty darn good at. So you can give Donnie Campbell a call for your undergrounds, waterproofing, or brickwork, just as you can Ty as well for some of the brickwork stuff. Oh, you know what? I just see Triple D here. I can actually bring him on. Hold on a second. I'm going to allow him to talk. Don, you there?
I'm here.
Oh my gosh, man, we have you live in front of the whole audience here. I didn't think you were going to be on here tonight. I'm like, this guy's out still working, man. He's blowing us off. So I lied to everybody and told them how great you were.
I know.
And
I appreciate that.
No problem. So go ahead and tell me a little bit, like some of the things you're really strong at with like undergrounds and block and stuff, and some of the things that you really shine in.
Well, I've been doing this for over 45 years, retired from the laborers union and doing all that underground utilities. And like Rob said, I really enjoy jacking those houses up and doing the foundations. And I seen someone had left a message there and asked if I was licensed and all that. And yes, of course I am, and bondable also if need be. I'm doing a 45-foot fireplace chimney in Shaker Heights right now as we speak. little hairy, a little high up there, but you know, I'm like Rob said, you know, I try to do a good job. I'm honest and fair. I'm probably, and Rob could probably vouch for this, I'm probably one of the most honest guys you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah, he definitely is. There's times I'm almost honestly having to beg him to take a day's pay or something. He'll say, it didn't work out the way that it was supposed to, but he goes, just take some money off. And you're just like, no, man, you were there working. It wasn't your fault. He's a really honest, good guy. Unless he becomes not an honest, good guy, then you can't hold me personally responsible.
But yeah, I'm glad to, you've invited me in here, and I'm glad I jumped on here tonight and listened to all the others, which is very interesting. I took some notes down, you know, for especially cabinet guys and stuff. So I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. The last thing to know about Don too is he's worked with the gas company for a long time. So being DO2 licensed, so you can mess with all the gas lines.
Correct.
Which is a big thing. So hey Donnie, if they're going to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do it? How can they call or text you?
You can call me at 216-326-1775, or you can email me at campbelldon96@yahoo.
Awesome. All right, Donnie, thanks so much. I'm gonna mute you back up here. All right. Hey, look at that. He actually did show up. I can't believe it. Look at that. So we're gonna have now. We're gonna take a couple minutes here and go through some of these questions, go through some of these comments, and see if we can answer some of this. That's gonna be our last contractor on there. But let's try to get through these and get some of these questions here. All right, Brandon, being recorded. Yes, it is. Is Don licensed? Yes, he is. Parker Concrete, great job for you. That's awesome. MDG did a great job too. You used them on your Brunswick and Medina rentals. Yeah, MDG does an awesome job on there. Steve with MDG, solid, good guy. Mike should be on. If Mike from Service Sold is on, raise your hand, sir. I could not find you a few minutes ago, but maybe you came back on. I don't know. Maybe you took off. Maybe you're out recruiting people. J-Dog, we have them on there still. Let's see here. Hey, J-Dog, what's your contact information on there for J-Dog? You got to type that in there into the Plan MFS. Get your cell phone number, put it up there. Make sure you guys just go ahead and put this stuff right on your chats. We've got a new message down there. So can I share the group Facebook link? Yeah, can someone do that for me? Share the group Facebook link under the panelists there. It's we're growing that group pretty darn quickly. I'll tell you that. Let's see here. Answer questions. Approximately cost per month. I see Sal. Approximate cost per month. That might be an old question. I'm not sure what that. Kelly Barnes is there. I answered that live. Cost per month. That. J-Dog, it's alive. Drew, you need cabinets. All right. Hey, we got most of these answered. All right, there's our, thank you for the Facebook group. That's from my lovely bride. She put that on there. Thanks, baby. Thanks for throwing it up there for me. All right, let's move on here real quick here. On our Facebook page, what you will get all the off-market properties. You can put all your stuff on there. I would not put addresses on there. I would stick your properties, put a picture, have a reason for a call to action on there. Because if you give someone a reason, if you put an awesome 2-bedroom house on there or a double house or something of that nature, you can always put it on there and give people a reason to reach out for you and start building your list. That'd be cool. And there will also be a recording of this webinar on there. You can have that as well. And also, we're going to put contact numbers for all of our vendors. You see all these cool people around here? All these people are our vendors. We are adding to that, and that will be added to our template for future meetings as well, so you'll get all their contact information on there. We have another question. We have Vito asking who the cleanup guy is. The cleanup guy, you have Roy Kime, and you also have J-Dog. J-Dog and Roy Kime, if anyone could throw their information into the link there, that would be great. And they'll also be on the Facebook group tomorrow. I'm going to bring Maurice on real quick. I'm going to give him a chance to talk. He has a question. Hold on a second. Maurice, we got you on there. Can you hear us? Oh, trying to get you. You there? No, I had a hand raised and it wanted to talk, so maybe not. Okay. Lowered the hand. Anyone else have any questions on here? No, more questions. All right. And then finally, then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this sucker up here tonight. Next week, we're going back to our normal monthly meeting. Our normal monthly meetings will be next week. We've been doing these every single week for you guys during this COVID lockdown. We're keeping really high attendance and really good. A lot of people are getting on here, and we love that. We're definitely trying to keep everybody informed, and we're going to continue to do some small breakout groups during the week, but we are going to go back to our normal monthly meeting, which happens to be next week, so you get us back to back again. Now, next week, we have not figured out what topic, what we have on there. Oh, it looks like, oh, you know what? I do. We have one of our old contractors on here, too, I'll go back to. But we have not determined which of our topics that we're going to pick for next week, but we'll be educational and non-salesy, so you will love it. If anyone has any suggestions, they can reach out. I am going to put Ace on here, Norman Robertson. He, if you want to raise your hand, Ace, that would be great. Let me try to get you in here real quick, and this is going to be from LG Studio 4. Ace, you there? You there, sir? We were doing pretty well for a minute with all this stuff. Oh, can you hear me? Ace, you there? Yes, sir. No? You there? No, you there? All right, we couldn't get you on, man. I'm sorry. We tried. So anyhow, everybody tune in then next week. We'll make sure that we will get this all put on there. We return to our monthly COVID meetings. Will you continue Zooming? Would be awesome for members that are out of the area. Yes, we will continue Zooming. When we go back to our normal meetings, we will absolutely Zoom those as well. But there will be some added benefits for those that show up. The people that show up will have some added benefits, but we will be Zooming those meetings as well. And we're really working on growing this into more spin-off groups and more subgroups and give everyone as much content as we possibly can to keep us all growing in this business. Heck, we've went in the last less than 12 months here, we've grown this nearly 200 paid members. I invite people to become a paid member because it really, really does help you out. We take this money and a portion of this goes towards OREA, which is the mothership. And what's cool about OREA is OREA takes a portion of that money and uses that to fight legislation, which is harmful to us, such as point of sales and rental inspections and all those things that we hate. They have the big guns that go after those cities for us. It's not an accident why Garfield went exterior only and Bedford got rid of it. And a lot of the cities are backing away from these points of sales. It's because there's people out there fighting, and it's stuff like this that allows that to happen. You can join on the main Greater Cleveland RIA website. I believe it's $20 a month or $187, $197 a year. It's very, very inexpensive and a ton of bang for the buck. And you also get access to some off-market properties via our website that is not on the Facebook group. So you'll want to check that out there. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Looks like we're getting out about 10 minutes early, unless anyone else has anything they want to throw on there. We're having the Garfield exterior only. Cool. Yeah, that is cool. You want to buy something from me in Garfield? Thanks so much for everyone for being on here. We will see you next week. And remember, none of this stuff works unless you do. Ooh.